Hey, folks, welcome to Market Intraday Analysis by InTheMoneyStocks.com, your leaders in pure technical analysis, avoiding all that Wall Street hype. Today is Monday, July 9th, 2012. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist at InTheMoneyStocks.com. All right, let's get right into the charts here, folks. Taking a look at the charts, you can see it's a very much sideways day. The spiders, the SPY, which mirrors the S&P 500, is down slightly on the day, trading down 28 cents. NASDAQ is down 7 points, Dow is down 50, S&P is down about 3. The key is to recognize the light volume. Today we have only traded 65.7 million shares on the SPY. I would say the average volume for the SPY is right around this time of day, should be 100 million, maybe a little bit over 100. So we're basically trading at 50% of normal volume today, and that's because it's a volume hangover effect from the holiday. We had the July 4th last week, Wednesday, obviously, and then the weekend was kind of an extension of the holiday. Everyone took off, and anytime after a holiday, you just always have lighter volume. It's just the nature of the beast. So we have that very, very light volume today, and the markets are really just trading sideways. Friday, we had the sell-off on the jobs data. Today, we're just seeing choppy sideways action, although I will say this pattern right here is actually slightly bullish on the SPY, so just recognize that, folks. You had a nice move here where you took out the 20 MA and the 50 MA, and now you're consolidating back down a little bit. That technically is slightly bullish on the chart. So something we'll have to kind of monitor here on the side and see if we trade up towards the highs of the day, or maybe even as high as Friday's highs of the day by the end of the day. There's not a ton of resistance up here. You obviously have this little pivot right here, which was the reason why we stalled out right in this area. But if you're able to take out this orange line, you actually could run to the gap fill close from Friday, which is also the high of the day on the SPY today. That level would be right around the 135, 55-ish area, which would be a nice little push up. I mean, that'd be a nice little move there on the markets, no doubt about that. All right, so that's what we have going on there. The leaders today are very clear. You have Apple up $7.50, which continues to be a powerhouse here. It's really been the strongest play over the last 2 weeks, as optimism for earnings are kind of swelling. Obviously, they have earnings reports from Alcoa today and a lot of stocks later this week. Apple doesn't report for a couple weeks, I believe, but nonetheless, something we'll have to continue to monitor. Spiders are upticking as we speak, though, by the way, off of that bullish consolidation pattern. I love it when I talk about a pattern and then it instantaneously starts to make a move in the direction we talk about. Always nice to see. All right, what else do we want to talk about here? Other strong stocks today. Google slightly positive, Amazon slightly positive. We see the tech sector maybe slightly more strong in relation to the overall market. Weakness is seen in the Exxons of the world, down 1.25%. Goldman's down 1.25%, although JPM is only down about 6 cents on the day. All right, what else do we want to discuss today? Obviously, all eyes continue to be on Europe. We got some inflation data out of China yesterday over, in the Sunday period, which was actually better than expected. It was a little less inflation that people had been looking for, but still it doesn't have much of an impact here yet. And the main reason is everyone's still watching Europe, and really everyone is just kind of absorbing the jobs data from Friday. Let's jump around to a couple different stocks. I mentioned JPM. JPM, as things go, is actually hanging in there. You can see the stock today kind of had an initial surge up to the positive side, then took a big hit, and then since then it's just gone sideways. And this chart actually could be viewed as slightly bullish here, as it's hovering between the 50 and the 20 MA. If it gets and closes on a daily, I should say on an intraday candle above the 50 right here, the 50 MA, this actually could be a very nice mover to the upside late in the day. And again, light volume usually favors the upside as well, which is something I want you all to remember. All right. What else do we want to take a look at? Goldman Sachs is a little bit weaker than JP Morgan Chase here. If we bring up that chart, the chart's actually not a bad chart right now. I mean, you're above the 20. You have a little bit of resistance right here, which is why the chart stalled out and pulled back off of this line. If it gets through this line, it goes all the way up to the 50 MA. So it's not a bad one. As long as it stays above the 20 MA on a closing basis for intraday candles, it's not a bad chart at all. All right, let's see what else we have. One stock I'm keeping an eye on for a possible reversal is Riverbed. You can see Riverbed's trying. You see this little bullish consolidation pattern right here? And I know this is intraday stuff, so you can learn from it, though. That's the biggest thing to understand. You must learn from this stuff. But again, notice this green candle into the 20 and then 1, 2, 3 sideways bars. Now it's trying to peak above the 20. If this gets above the 20, this has a good chance of running north to this pivot high right here, which is also the 50 MA. And this pivot high on Riverbed is actually all the way at the 1460 level. So that would actually be about a 20-cent move up on the RVBD chart in the afternoon session. Could even go a little bit higher, but right around that area is probably the likely scenario. Again, that's if it closes above that 50, that 20, in which case actually it looks like it just did. So keep this on high alert here on the RVBD, guys. Riverbed got downgraded. Well, really it was the sector got downgraded on Friday, which is why it had an ugly day on Friday. The bear flag that formed Friday afternoon played out perfectly this morning. Now it's trying to make a base with a little bit of bullishness to it, and we'll see again if it has that ability to make that move in the late afternoon session. Probably needs a market to move up as well, which with the spiders looking all right is very, very possible. All right. Intel's down a little bit. Microsoft's down a little bit on the day. Again, it's one of these days where for the most part things are just quiet. Volume is dead. IBM's actually taking a little bit of a drop today, down about 1%, down $1.83. If we take a look at that chart, even that chart's come well off the lows, though. I mean, very, very nice little move off the lows. Daily chart, kind of an ugly daily chart, though. I will give it that. You have a lot of support down in this range, but I don't like the fact that you'll confirm, well, it's borderline whether or not you'll confirm below the 200 MA, all about where it closes in relation to this level right here. Something I'll be watching towards, and I'll discuss this in the nightly technical analysis video. By the way, folks, just a reminder, 7-day free trial to our services here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. The Research Center, where you get swing trade alerts, you get live commentary, you get videos every night, you get posts on technical levels. Everything that's included in that Research Center comes with it. You get access via the 7-day free trial to the Research Center, and it's geared towards swing traders and investors. If you're more of a day trader, if you like the intraday action, the intraday calls, then the intraday stock chat is for you. There's a 7-day free trial there as well. You get live charts, you get live commentary, you get to ask questions live. It's an amazing forum where we just rock and roll and make money in that intraday stock chat, pretty much every day, no matter what the market's doing. All right, let me just see what else we have going on here. I do have a couple new swing trade alerts that I'm going to be putting out, folks. I do believe we are setting up for a very solid move in the market and can make some good money. Just the question is, which I'm not going to tell you guys, is which direction we're going to be positioning ourselves on here in the next week or so. But ultimately, those that position themselves will make money. Last week was an awesome week. Even with the holiday, there was a stock that I gave out on the long side, which we made a ton of money on. This was this pattern on Netflix, and look at the move. We basically entered it inside the Research Center. So if you were a swing trade, if you were a Research Center member, you got a swing trade alert on buying Netflix, where I bought it at around the $66 level. The stock on Friday hit a high of 85. I mean, just think about that. $20 gain basically on Netflix. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I mean, those type of gains you don't get very often. To come on a holiday week is even an extra bonus for those of us that went away, for those of us that were on holiday. It's just kind of like paying for your holiday, which is a great thing. All right, scalping-wise, there was a nice scalp on Exxon today. There were a couple scalps this morning in the intraday stock chat. I just want to show you guys this because I always like to show you where the scalps are as well as the swing trades. You had a gap fill right down here. See this little area right here? Just draw a trend line right there. Look at that. Look at the low of the day on Exxon right there. Look at the move off of that. Awesome move. Perfect gap fill. He even pierced it by a little bit. And then look at the reversal. Sweet. All right. So we get just one example there. Let's go back to the spiders, see what's doing. Doesn't look like too much is doing. You're kind of just holding steady here, continuing to consolidate in a slightly bullish manner. Again, this is bullish consolidation. You want to see this 20 start to slope up. But bottom line is, you do have a little bit of bullish consolidation right now on the SPY. All right, I got to get back to trading. I'm going to go back in the intraday stock chat, folks. Again, take the 7-day free trial to the Research Center, 7-day free trial to the intraday stock chat. Join the pros, make money with the pros in no matter what week. I mean, it doesn't matter if the market's going up or down. There's always money to be made. Take care and have a great evening.